Hello, Naomi. I'm so glad that you are here as a guest in my interview series. I am. It's a series that brings different original people from all over the world to inspire our listeners in order to live a meaningful, authentic life. And I invite you, our listeners, if you find anything useful, insightful, senseful that can be brought into your own life and maybe make a habit out of it or progress with its help, I invite you to click the link in the description and to donate a small amount of money for the hospitals in Romania, which I need. Welcome, Naomi, and I will start by asking you to quickly present yourself, what you do, and who you are in 30 seconds.
Okay. Oof. All right. Well, my name is Naoumie Ekiko. I'm originally born from Cameroon, West Africa. I live in New York City right now in Brooklyn. I'm a model, and right now I live with my little dog, basically. So yes, and I am the third child of my father. Of 5 kids.
So Naoumie, is it right?
Yes, like Naoumie, like my homie,
Naoumie. It's a very distinct name. I was getting in the French side.
Yes, it is the French side. Yes.
So, how was it for you to grow up in Cameroon, and what was your biggest lesson from going from Cameroon to being a top model in New York?
Wow. My biggest lesson is I had lived with a lot of family members in my whole life, my entire life. I lived from aunts to uncles to all of them, basically. So my biggest lesson that I took from there is I could live anywhere. I can live with a lot of people. I can deal with a lot of people because I dealt with from the rich person to the poor person. So it didn't even it gave me the range to actually live among people. So I took that with me into my life and even my lifestyle right now, because my modeling career is basically you're meeting people every you're meeting one person every time, new person every day in your job. So basically that helped me. Actually, it has helped me be able to relate to a lot of people. So that's like the lesson that I've taken from my childhood, living from house to different house, dealing with a lot of different people. Now I can take it as an adult to actually deal with a lot of different type of people. So yeah, living from
How old were you when you left Cameroon?
I was 17 years of age, turning 18 actually. That summer was going for me turning 18. Yes.
And at that age, you already have that vision of being a model?
No. 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 Well, my name is Naoumie, right? And my friends will always call me, they'll always nickname me Naomi Campbell. So I was like, who is this woman? I really didn't know who the woman was. Seriously. I had to like Google her. I Googled her. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks like me. She so looks like me. She's totally me. I can totally be her. And then I came to the States. Then I learned about modeling because I didn't know either. I didn't know much about modeling. And then I learned about it. I was like, oh, I can do this. This is actually something that I can do. And I always wanted to be an entertainer. I always wanted to entertain people, sing for people, act around. Like I always wanted to make people laugh or something, like have people have good mood. So modeling was part of that journey that I needed to take. Plus it was something that it was new. It was so new to me, and it was extra for my family. Like my family does not do arts that much. They do a lot of science, so there's a lot of doctors, a lot of nurses, a lot of teachers. They're very smart. So I wanted to do more of the art side of it. I wanted to be more performance. And so I got into modeling, and so far it taught me a lot of things. It's taken me a lot of places. Yeah.
So when you were a child, when you were growing, what was your dream to be when you are an adult?
Okay. And basically in my country, in my family, basically you have to do what they tell you to do. So you're like, if you have to become a doctor because your father is a doctor, you have to become a lawyer because your father is a lawyer. So I studied pharmacist. I studied to become a pharmacist, and because of the science side of it. But as a kid, I always wanted to be a singer. I've always wanted to be a singer. I always wanted to be in front of that TV, in that TV, because I was always like fascinated. I was a kid that left school, came to the TV. I was like this, TV, TV, TV. And I knew every word in almost all of the movies that I watched. I knew every word. So I always had that I always wanted to be an actress or a singer. That was my back of my mind. But with me growing up, I had to do the jobs that actually pay, especially in my country. To become a singer and actress in my country is kind of hard. But to be a lawyer, a doctor, you already have your degrees and all that, and then you can just do that. Yeah.
So what did you start preparing for in your country, and what did you start doing when you arrived in the States?
I started, well, when I in my country, I had already done school. In my high school, I graduated my high school, and then I even did some little college there too. And then I left. I came to the States. I had to go back to college again because I had to build my credit in American credit. This is like a different system that I had to do. So, but I learned from there that I already had knowledge. I was in the level of knowledge was okay, was good. So coming here, I realized that I can be anything. I can do anything. I can concentrate on one thing. So I deviate. I was like, nope, I'm not going to be a pharmacist anymore. I told myself I was not going to be a pharmacist. I was going to be anything and everything that I want to be. That's why I started modeling.
So you started with modeling, not with singing, or you started both?
I started in both, actually. Actually, I was in school. I took some music major. Like I was singing in school, and then modeling just came, it fell on my lap. Modeling was me looking the way that I looked, the skinny, tall, black girl. They're like, you can be a model. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? So I researched. I did my research. I looked up everything. Then I started doing the modeling, like from where I was. Then I was going to school. So it wasn't me just going model. No. I had to what is modeling? All right, how? Because I want to be a singer. I want to be an actress. Modeling is part of something that would take me towards it. Because it's basically you're an actress as a model. Mm-hmm. You are everything. So yes. So that pushed me into modeling first.
And how did it feel for you to be in States and to start this journey of modeling?
Oh, it was scary. I was coming from a different country and a different mentality, a different values, and then coming here, it's a different world. So yes, it was scary, but I had a drive. I had a goal. I had a passion that I wanted to achieve something. I wanted to achieve this because the first time I ever did my first photo shoot, I loved it. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I have to do this. I have to do this. This is one thing that I cannot do without, I will regret it for the rest of my life. That's That's how it was open to me. It was so clear to me. So it felt like I had to do it. I have to. So I was like, I'm pushing. I pushed, I learned, I did all my research and all that. Yeah, it felt empowering when starting to be a model. It was like a journey that I took for myself.
And do you think finding your purpose, finding that you love to do that, was something that pushed you and boost your confidence to be there in front of people, or was this love for taking pictures was something that you had inside of you forever?
I think the thing that was always inside of me was the fact that I could meet new people. The fact that I'm not stagnant in one place. I could be and meet a lot of people. Like I realized that the first job that I ever did, the first shoot, I met a lot of new people. I'm like, there are amazing people around me. They're actually so creative. I want to be around this type of people. So it felt like I have to do it, not just because I'm doing it. And plus, the feeling was great. Like immediately when I saw my first ever picture, it did not look like me. I was like, oh, that is me. Wow. So it felt like, wow, I could look like that. And then plus the fact that I was surrounded with creative people actually loving the jobs that they do, because I wanted to have a job that I would love. I wanted to have a job that I would go to work. If they say, Naoumie, wake up at 3 o'clock, let's go. I'm like, all right, let's go. I want to be that. I wanted to have that kind of job. And modeling was that type of job. It made me feel like, I love this. It was like a second nature for me. I don't know. It felt like a second nature. Like when I did my first photo shoot, I was like, oh, wow. Okay, I'm good at this. It was like the most calm. No, I'm like a calm way. I'm like, I'm good at this. I follow this. So it came natural in that way, but more of me meeting a lot of people, me going places. That was the idea of why I wanted to pursue it.
So if you would give a suggestion to someone who want to become more accustomed to change, because we often fear change or we avoid change, what would you say to train himself to be more open to change?
I say, okay, the way that I see new things is, the way I see change is new. I go with it with curiosity. Like, what is this? What am I looking at? How can I make this better? How can I make it to my life? How can I put it? So it's everything, like from coming from Cameroon to the States, it was new. I was like, okay, where is this place? What is this place? I had to learn about this place. It's about wanting to know the next thing that comes after that change. Like, is the change, it's like, oh, change. Okay, what is behind that change? Like, it's new. I want to just pass. Is the level of just passing that first step, is just taking the first step to that change, and then you see the reward behind it. It's just passing that blockage. For me, I would say go with change is go with curiosity. The change, just go in knowing that it's something new. It's like you're about to eat ice cream. You wanted to taste that taste. You're like, what is it? It's a change. I'm going to taste it anyway. It's curiosity. It's about change. Is about being curious. I want to know what it is. So attack it as curiosity. Yeah.
Great answer. And when you were in this journey, was it easy? Because oftentimes to make your way to the top is a process that takes time, takes energy, takes mentors. I don't know. How was it for you?
It is hard. It's a step-by-step process that I'm learning right now. I am is the fact that it's new, so it's scary. It is scary to actually go for it. I was scared just coming from a different country to here. It's the most scariest thing. But the way that I looked at it was, I'm here. I'm not dead. I'm not sick. I'm alive. This is not killing me yet. I'm not dead. No, seriously, it's not killing me yet. So, okay. I can still stand. I can still wake up. Although it's hard. Like my modeling, my career it has not been easy. I have shot a lot of things. I have done a lot of weird things that I'm like, what the heck was I thinking when I did that? But because of my curiosity, as I said, I wanted to know what it is. But it's just, you have to just embrace it. It's a feeling of embracing the new. I wanted to have someone just think, it's something new, it's a new thing. I might grow in this thing. Like I have been growing because I've been learning how I carry myself, how I talk to people, how I engage with people through my modeling. It's actually giving me more of like a confidence in myself that I can stand in front of anyone and talk. I can stand in front of everyone naked and talk. You're half naked in front of people and they're undressing you, dressing you up, and you're like, I'm just here. So it trained me in that way, like just stay in that moment. Less judgment here. Very less. Like, for example, when I started noticing that I'm in front of the camera with the photographer, I block my thoughts. I just block. I'm like blank. I just look at the photographer and what do you want from me? It's like, you direct me now. I'm blank and show me. So yeah.
There is also a book called The Naked Presenter, and I just wanted to ask you if there is something to borrow from that confidence of going naked or self-expressing and being exposed in front of people from modeling, and something that we as speakers can borrow and boost that confidence and that openness in front of the public.
I'd say because I have been naked in front of people and it's normal now to me. It's not normal for anyone, seriously. Not everyone can stand naked in front of themselves either. Like, it's hard. But I take it in a way that I can imagine them. They're also there in front of me. They're also showing me their heart. So as I am standing in front of you guys, I'm giving myself. I'm basically, this is me. This is me accepting myself the way I am. The way that I am, you guys are looking at me. Basically, you're looking at me. You're looking all the flaws that I am right now, because I am in front of you. So why bother? Why struggle? Why worry if you are looking at me already? In that sense. So in a way of, as a speaker, is just being true to yourself. Just accepting that moment of you standing there naked in your head because you're about to tell your truth to people, and you know they will accept you, because they will accept you because your truth is, you will touch someone. It's just that one person that you will touch. And I say, all my actions that I've done, I just want to inspire that one little girl. That one little girl that looked at me and be like, I want to be her. I want to be like her. That's just the one little girl that I'm trying to touch right now.
So what is your project right now?
Oh, my project is, since I am a model and I've been modeling for a long time now, over 10, 12 years now, I've learned from the beginning till right now, how I've actually built my career. I want to teach that kid. I want to coach the new girls that are coming in, because it's not easy. When I started, I had no knowledge. I just had to do a lot of things. But now I have all the knowledge that I've accumulated, and it can just be here. Take it, work with it, because it worked for me. It's now I'll just compact it into a little place that you can just have it and learn from there. So it's me also encouraging the kids, or encouraging the young girls, knowing that it is hard to be a model, to become a model, yes. And even now, it is harder because there's a lot of models on your phone. You can be a model now because you have a phone. And so you have to differentiate yourself from that. So I want to teach them that part. I want to show them that that's a different part of it. And so my program is basically me coaching the girls, training them from the walk, from the way they present themselves, from the way they approach agencies, from where they travel, taking care of their skin, their body. I want to just train them into that sense so that they can take that model lifestyle, go with it throughout their career. Just take the model lifestyle and go with it, because it is hard to be a model, and at the same time it's very easy and very fun. So I wanted to train them. Yeah, I want to train them into the hard part, show them the hard part, and when they can adapt to that hard part, it will come so easily to them. Modeling will be like fun.
It sounds great. How did you approach modeling? Did you had someone to show you the steps, or
No,
no?
I had no one showing me the steps. No one, except when I was doing it. I actually started doing my photo shoot. My first photo shoot, I had to go online and contact this photographer. Luckily, he was in my neighborhood. It was in my neighborhood. I got there. I even paid him. I paid him for my first photo shoot. It was so professional. He was so professional. That was like why I actually stick to it, because he was very professional. And it wasn't that easy, but it felt normal. It felt like a job. It felt like I could do it. So
And during this journey, was it something very important, very meaningful, something like a big step that you would spot and see that it has made a difference in getting where you are now?
I think it's the fact that I've had the experience. It's the fact that I can now look at my back experiences and I come back to where I am right now, and I'm like, oh, I have achieved a lot of things back then, and with little to no help. And this is so good. Imagine if I had help, I would have really been excelling more. But I still understand that this is my journey. This is my life. It's supposed to be the way it is right now, because I won't be able to talk to you in a way this way when we won't be able to talk. But I feel like it with all of that knowledge, all of that experience, I have the confidence in myself now. Like I have the drive in me that I have survived all of that. Now, what is in front of me? Yeah, the thing that is in front of me, if I can survive that, this one in front of me, this is piece of cake. This new path is piece of cake.
So during a usual modeling session for a big brand name, I know that you have a session for big names. Let's say for Ester Lauder. If we could be inside that room, inside your feelings, inside your mind, what would be the experience that we would go through?
Okay. In Ester Lauder, that is a big brand. First of all, big name, big brand. The people there are scary because they can say your name to someone, and then the name would be like, oh, don't work with her. Done. Your career is over. So that's how the big is. But approaching that, when the first day, I feel like the first day that I actually got that job, I walked into the studio. There were a lot of different girls there. The client was there. They were already shooting some girls, and I walked in. In my head, I'm like, this is a big crowd. Okay, Naomi, be on your best behavior right now. You are in your best behavior. You're smiling to people. You're genuinely talking to people. You're connecting with people. Do not get on your phone. Stay away from your phone because you want to be able to at least connect with the client too. So in my head, when I walked in, I looked at myself and I looked at the girls around me. I'm like, okay, this girl does not look, any of them don't look like me. So my competition is not them. That's my thinking. I'm like, they are not my competition now, all right? We're doing the same job. That's the thing. We're in the same job. So now it's for me to show that I am worthy of that job. Why I got picked and why I'm getting paid for this job. And when I put myself in that state of mind, it just became very easy. I was not nervous. I was just like, I'm in my zone. This is me. Hi, nice to meet you. So it felt so natural for just talking to even the boss person. You talk to, when you talk to the boss, that their presence, or even the people next to them, they do shy away a little bit. They have this like, that's my boss, behave. But in my senses, it's just a human being now. Mm-hmm. I'm talking to my father, I'm talking to my mother. I will respect the way that I'm respecting my mother and my father and my elders. I will respect them. But I will not fear them because they're human as me too. I will not fear. I'm not gonna get fired because I'm not cursing at them. I'm not being loud and being a bad model. I'm actually doing my job. So my mentality is calm down. Don't judge yourself. Stay in their presence. Stay in the presence of where they are. Talk to them. Connect with them. Share your heart. Share your stories. I feel like I've shared my story a few times, and people have gotten closer to me. So I think that's the part of me doing that. Share my story, and no one is my competition. Mm-hmm. I'm my own competition. I'm going to do best. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to prove my best. And I feel like after that, I am still working with them. I actually got a call from my agency saying, Naomi, send me new pictures. They want to work with you again. I'm like, cool. I was like,
yeah. Good. Yeah. Really great experience. So when you said you were in that entertainment mindset in the beginning, has anything changed until now on how you perceive yourself? Do you perceive yourself still as an entertainer, or
I still do?
Or is it more?
I feel like it's more of me being a motivator, me being an inspirational, me being an educator now. Because I think I've gone through it and I have experienced it, and I still want to be an entertainer. I am still working on it. And because it's my childhood dream, and I feel like people are losing their childhood dreams because growing up. Yes. I told myself in this quarantine, I was like, Naomi, you are single, you don't have any kids, you are working, so why not go for your dreams? Why not go for that little girl's dream? Why can't you go for that little girl's dream? She had a big dream. Live it now. So in me, this is me living this dream that I want to live, this big passion as a kid. So I am still going to be an entertainer. I am taking acting classes. I'm also singing, so yes. But I also have my job. I have my business that I will be generating my income there, and that will help me with this. that will help me with my childhood dream. So no, I'm thinking for the grown up. The grown up is my business. I'm taking care of it, but I want to take care of my childhood too. So I'm taking care of that both ways.
Beautiful. You have your inner child taken care of, and you're doing your business. Going into acting school and dancing and music is very creative. In a photo shooting or on the catwalk, are you able to express that creative part of yourself somehow to show up differently or in your unique way?
Yes, I think I think in because the way that I look, the clients can change it. If I can walk like this in a shoot, they would change it right away. But I always made sure that I was always me. I was always me. I was always my smiley self. You guys want me to act a different way? All right. I will become.
It just stopped. Something on the transmission is not working. Let me check. I think we have a little problem on the internet side. And if Naoumie is not getting back, I will have to end this session here. It was a very insightful session for me to find out so many things about being yourself on the catwalk and in the photo sessions. I am a big admirer of people who are friends with change and who are discovering and figuring out their own way by acting, doing, and getting feedback from their own actions. So I invite you, our listeners, to take any advice that are appropriate to your lifestyle from Naoumie to get closer to your dreams, to feel what it's giving you joy in your way to follow your heart, and to find out that thing that is worth doing, to find out how you can live a meaningful life doing what you love and figuring out your way in it. So if you found something insightful and something that you can apply in your life, please click the link in the description and donate for the hospitals in Romania. I will see you soon. Take care, and we will keep in touch. Thank you.